Coach Matt McMahon will introduce him in just a moment, but Gage jump ready to go. Charlie Parcells steps in. The first delivery, fastball inside, misses for ball one, and we are underway. Time of first pitch, 2:02 Central Time. And jump from the jump, bringing the heat. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, popped up foul out of play behind us. Coach McMahon, congratulations. I know I told you that a bunch last night. It was great to see you throw out the first pitch today. We'll talk about your pitching expertise in a moment, but congratulations on the win over Kentucky last night. Here's the 1-1, low and inside, 2-1.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Chris. Just wanted to get up here and thank all the great fans who I know are tuned in to, this afternoon. Just an awesome atmosphere in the PMAC. So proud of our players.
2-1, the count to Parcells. Here's the pitch from jump. Swung on, line drive, but foul about 8 rows high into
that
the
almost
seats.
Killed a guy
in left field. You got to have your head on the
Got to be
swivel.
heads up past the screens here, Coach. A little
Leonard.
different than when a basketball goes up into the stands. It's not quite as dangerous.
Well, we threw a couple up in the stands last night, unfortunately.
Here's the 2-2. Swing,
yes, sir.
miss. Brings the heat upstairs. Parcells couldn't stay away. Gage jump starts the day with a punch out. One down here in the top of the first inning. Guys, I've never been more proud of a team, and I thought I said that enough last Saturday, Coach, in the effort against South Carolina. But last night, another deficit to overcome. Your guys do it, and what an atmosphere at the PMAC.
Yeah, it really got loud there. It's the one thing. I'll let you get the pitch.
Kasabucky at the plate. This one misses high and outside. Ball one.
The thing about that PMAC, the video board and the acoustics, it gets loud in there.
The 1-0 delivery. Again, same spot, a little farther outside. It's now 2-0 to the Northern Illinois catcher, batting in the 2 spot. One down here, top of the first inning, just underway at the box. Gage jump, the left-hander winds the pitch to the plate. Again, high and outside. That'll make it 3-0. What a job by Jordan Wright. Of course, he's involved at the end of the game heroics. Tyrell Ward leads you in scoring. Trey Hannibal gives you everything he got. It was just a great team effort for the Tigers last night. The 3-0 called strike. That'll make it 3-1.
Yeah, I thought both ends of the floor. Second half, though, the offensive execution, Tyrell Ward, Jalen Reed.
3-1. Swing and a miss, and now Gage jump trying to climb
like
the
my
ladder.
First pitch.
Just
right
like
there.
it.
Yes, sir. But score 48 points in the last 18 minutes against that Kentucky team was huge.
Jump, set to deliver the payoff pitch, and it swung on foul, lifted out of play to the right side. I've told people this morning, brilliant move on your part to play it out after they hit that shot to take a 1-point lead. You said, let's go right at them.
Yeah. I want to see this
Just punch
strikeout
out.
pitch right here, yeah.
Here it comes, the payoff delivery. Did he go? They appeal. They say no, and it's high and outside for ball 4. Jay Johnson thought he went around as well, shaking his head as our first base umpire, Jeff Head, said nope, stayed away. So that will put Kosabucky down at first, and that will bring Colin Summerhill to the plate.
Yeah, Chris, that's one of those decisions, 50-50. If you score, it's a good decision. If you don't score, you're an idiot. But luckily it worked out. We just thought with Kentucky having so many young guys, didn't want them to get to set their defense.
Runner at first, Summerhill at the plate. The pitch from jump misses upstairs for ball 1. And again, I think that's what you do. I mean, you maybe have Kentucky not have the chance to have a timeout. Calipari tell every guy where they needed to be and what they needed to do. They had to come up with it on their own in real time, and LSU able to take advantage of it. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Stayed away, but it's a called strike. That'll leave it up 1-1 to Summerhill. Doesn't get any easier. I know you guys are celebrating last night, probably into the early morning hours like many Tiger fans, but got to get ready for Mississippi State on Saturday, and I know you're going to get to work on that already. Gone to work on that. Here's the 1-1. Ground ball up the middle to second base. Going to be fielded by Pearson. He will flip to Braswell. The relay off the mark to Jones will allow the runner in Summerhill to arrive safely, but they do record the second out.
Also allow us to continue the conversation here.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the thing. We gave them the midnight rule last night. Once that clock hit midnight, the celebration's over. We got to move on. Mississippi State, man, they're physical. Really tough defensive team, dominant rebounding team. So, we're shorthanded a little bit. Big day of recovery for us and mental preparation more so than physical here this afternoon.
That'll bring Eric Arato to the plate. 2 down, runner at second base advancing on the throw error to first on the double play attempt. Now Gage jump with a runner in scoring position. Off speed, a strike at the belt. Gets ahead early 0-1. How many high fives do you think you gave in the first 30 seconds to a minute after the horn sounded?
That was a lot of fun right there, Chris.
Here's the 0-1. Swung on, fouled, out of play to the left. Gage jump ahead in the count. 0-2 to Arado.
As you know, Chris, on a serious note, that's what you live for as a coach, to see your players get to celebrate moments like that. It's the things they'll remember for the rest of their life. So really special.
Runner at second, and the delivery. Again, hammered foul, but out of play down the third base line. 0-2 the count. Again, 2 outs, no score. Northern Illinois, runner down at second base here as Gage Jump making his debut as a starter for the Tigers here in game 1 of this series.
By the way, he's steady 95, 96, and he just threw one of the better curveballs you'll see a lefty throw.
Lefty on lefty matchup. The pitch to Arado, who just missed at the letters to make it 1-2.
Coach, we have the strike zone up here. Now, this is new. I've only had it for 2 games, and I don't know how much I really want to talk about the umpires when they miss a call. But I think I've figured it out. Once they miss 10 calls, I'm going to start mentioning it on air.
Off the end of the bat.
Tough
Here's
play
a
for a lefty.
Little ground ball left to the mound. Jump having to come across his body, come off the mound. Tried to pick it up with the bare hand. Couldn't get a grab, and runners are safe first and third. Just a swinging bunt off the bat of Arato there, but he keeps the inning alive with 2 down.
You know what? And they're probably going to do more of that this year, because Jump falls off and almost turns his shoulders facing the center field fence on his follow through. And you saw right there he had trouble kind of unwinding just to get to that ball on the left side. But for a lefty, fielding a bunt on the third baseline is a very tough play.
Runners first and third, no score, 2 outs, top of the first. Jump now to face Kelly in the first pitch, a strike on the inside corner to make it 0-1. Coach, before we let you get out of here, players are going to get ready to practice today. I'm sure they're not going to hear this. What did it mean last night for the program? I know you're focused on short term coming up Saturday, but big picture, what did that mean last night?
Well, I think we all know
the 0-1 hit on the hands and fouled back into the screen.
The tradition at Kentucky, the fact that it was back-to-back top 20 wins, coming back from 16 down at South Carolina, coming back from 15 down against that talented Kentucky team. The national exposure from a recruiting standpoint, I just think it's going to be something we can really build on.
2 outs, runners on the corners. Jump ahead, 0-2. The pitch inside, staying away from it is Mason Kelly, and it will move the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Don't forget, 7:30 Saturday night, Tigers back in action. You can come in, take some baseball in the afternoon, and right across the street to the Maravich Center. 7:30 tip against Mississippi State. Runner goes to second. Pitch gets away from Milazzo and over his head to the fence. That will score a run. Summerhill comes in to score with Arato off and running. He will round second, come into third. So now, looked like Gage Jump was going to get out of here without any damage. It's a 1-0 lead for Northern Illinois.
Yeah, I mean, look, baseball's a game of inches. He threw a great pitch, actually, in a 1-2 count, a breaking ball in the dirt. And Milazzo's better than anyone at blocking him up. But that one just got just a little bit short and went right over Milazzo's shoulder.
Kelly at the plate, 2 outs, runner at third. The 2-2 got a piece, but fouls it down the line into the seats in right. Just missed some spectators out there, about 25 rows up.
Yep.
Yeah, baseball game of inches last night. Basketball game of 0.3 of a second. Amazing how small the margin of victory is.
I got a real funny story that I don't know anybody saw but myself last night. We'll see if we can get it in. The 2-2 hit foul into the screen, keeps it 2-2. Horn sounds clear. The shot was good. Celebration ensues. Fans storm the field. They came over to take a look to maybe whether or not there was time to put back on the clock. You're running around. You see Terry Oglesby, our official, say, nope, game over. And you grab him by the shoulders and said, did we win? Did we win? And he said yes, and you went back to celebrating. It was an awesome moment caught right there at the end of the game. That one misses outside, fills the count now to Kelly, 3-2. Runner at third, a 1-0 Northern Illinois lead. We're battling here in the top of the first, just underway. Jump fires. That one at the knees, called strike 3. And the Tigers will head to the dugout. Northern Illinois, they played a run on 1 hit. They leave 1 man on. We go to the bottom of the first. It's a 1-0 Husky lead. Coach Matt McMahon, congratulations last night. We'll see you Saturday night in the PMAC.
Thanks so much, Chris. See everyone on Saturday night, 7:30.
Be there, be square. Coach Matt McMahon joining us here in the booth. We'll take a timeout. We'll continue. LSU coming to the plate. They trail Back inside the broadcast booth, high above the box, here on this Thursday afternoon. LSU coming to the plate. Northern Illinois able to scratch a run across there in the top of the first inning. LSU will try to get that back and then some. They've done a pretty good job here in the early going of getting out to good starts offensively. Paxton Kling will try to get it going here on this Thursday as he'll lead it off. The sophomore center fielder awaits as Tommy Meyer, the left-hander, delivers high and outside, ball one.
Chris, I think it's worth noting there's some typos on this starting lineup sheet, and we thought there were several freshmen in this lineup, but the reality is there's 7 seniors and 3 juniors that are out there starting off for Northern Illinois.
This one misses outside to Kling. Make it 2 balls and no strikes. Paxton on the year, batting 182. He'll show bunt here. Squares around the 2-0. He'll bring it back, but a strike at the knees will make it 2-1.
Yeah, Paxton's had a slow start. He's got a double and a couple RBIs, but only 2 hits so far.
2-1 delivery, swung on, fouled into the screen above the first base dugout. That'll even the count 2-2. By the way, check the game day weather forecast. Again, beautiful day here for baseball. A little windy, but right now LSU's happy. The wind blowing out towards Tiger Stadium for the most part today. Game day weather report brought to you by AccuTemp. Chance of power outages never. Get a whole home generator from AccuTemp. Keep the power in your hands. This one sails upstairs to Paxton. That'll fill the count 3-2. Spring-like temperatures. 75 degrees, as we said, windy. Looks like that's where we're going to be for a afternoon high at 75. Payoff delivery outside, and Paxton Kling will work a leadoff walk.
Well, the job of the leadoff hitter is to find a way to base, and that's a great job there by Paxton Kling. And now is one of the super freshmen, huh? This guy had a pretty good opening weekend.
Yeah, Jake Brown pretty good, batting 600 through 4 games. Not a bad start for your freshman campaign. He'll have Kling, plenty of speed down at first. First delivery, showing bunt. He'll bring it back, but a strike at the belt delivered by Myers, and it's 0-1. Northern Illinois expecting that as they bring the third baseman Christian Seegers just off the infield cut at third, and of course holding the runner on is Mason Kelly at first base. Kling, a 3-step lead off the bag. The 0-1 off speed, misses upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. The infield for the Huskies. Seegers at third. First we'll get the 1-1 delivery here from Myers. Fires, breaking ball, gets away from the catcher, rolls up in front of the infield grass in front of the plate, and Paxton Kling easily into second. The Tigers quickly have a runner in scoring position.
Not quite as fruitful as the dirt ball that Gage jumped through, but went back to the backstop. We're able to get a run and a runner to third base, but we'll take it.
Kasabucky kept it in front of him. It just rolled to the infield grass. The 2-1 strike at the letters to Brown. We'll even it up now, 2-2.
That fastball for Myers sitting right there in that 88-89 range.
Andre Demetrel at shortstop. Jake Nelson at second. Mason Kelly at first. Arato, Parcell, and Sapicki left to right in the outfield. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Nicely done by Tommy Meyer. Towards his first strikeout of the day. That's his 6th of the season. And there's 1 gone with a runner at second base. And that will bring to the plate Tommy White, batting 400 to start the year.
Yeah, you can't throw it better than that to the left-handed hitter. That fastball, the entire inner part of the ball grazed the plate, and the rest of the ball was off the plate. It was just a perfect pitch.
First delivery to White. Big swing and a foul tap. It'll roll with the backstop, and it's 0-1. Tommy, as we've mentioned, big piece of the returning core from last year's national championship team. It's his 16th at bat of the season. 6 hits. Of course, was the RBI leader last year. He's got 1 ribby on the season. Here's a ground ball bouncer foul down the third base line. Makes its way into the Northern Illinois bullpen. 0-2 the count to Tommy White.
Chris, I believe this is the first time we've actually seen the wind blowing out. It's only been 4 games, but the entire weekend it was definitely blowing towards home plate.
The 0-2 breaking ball, a chopper to third, waiting on it is Seegers. He will make the throw across the diamond in time for out number 2. Kling will stay put at second base. So Tommy Meyer getting some help from his Husky infield. Gets the second out of the inning. Northern Illinois leading 1-0. Now we'll see Hayden Travinski come to the plate off to an incredible start, as expected. Batting .571. 5 runs batted in. Does have 1 home run on the season. First pitch. Off speed, a strike at the belt. On the inner half, and it's 0-1.
How about this bat, Chris? The old number 2 pencil. Look at that thing.
You're exactly right.
It's a beaut.
The 0-1. Upstairs missing 1 ball and 1 strike.
Look at that thing. That's great.
One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, runner at second. Trying to stay away. They appeal to first. They say he went around.
Oh.
So Travinski falls behind in the count 1-2. Two outs, runner at second. Meyer fires. Fouled back right into the LED screen behind the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count remains.
Yeah, that woke some folks up back there behind the backstop.
Paxton Kling got the leadoff walk. He's at second. Pitch high. Runner goes. Nobody at home. Easily a stolen base for Kling into third. Seegers playing behind the third base bag. Not sure if he didn't see Paxton take off or just was late getting there, but no chance with the speed of Paxton Kling. Now the Tigers have the tying run just 90 feet away. 2 outs, 2-2 count.
How about a pass ball?
Travinski ready to go from the right side. Meyer fires. Low and inside. That'll fill the count 3-2.
You know, I'd be curious to know, did Paxton Kling sweep that bag on his own, or did Josh Jordan give him the call over there? I'd like to know that answer.
Payoff pitch to Travinski. Went around, chased it up and high. Down on strikes goes Hayden, and that'll end it for the Tigers. They threaten but come up empty. No run.
With the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Top of the second inning. Northern Illinois leading 1-0. They come to the plate. Right fielder C.J. Sapicki leads it off. First pitch from Gage Jump right down the middle. He starts him off with a fastball. It's 0-1. Jumps 0-1 pitch. Hit foul and out of play to the right. A lot of pitches thrown there in the first inning. If you're Gage Jump, something I'm sure he's not happy with. Jay Johnson keeping a close eye on that.
Neither is Jay Johnson. I mean, 27 to get through the first inning. That was pitch number 30 there.
Missed away. It's now 1-2.
You know, this is his first start in over, a year. So, of course, you'd like to see him be efficient, try to get to the third inning or so. But I wouldn't be surprised if this was maybe one of the last innings.
There's a swing and a miss. Chasing that one down low is Sapicki. Down on strikes. Gage Jump records his third punch out. And there's one gone here in the top half of the second inning. Fans have the right equipment to take on any job. Link to the land. Visit Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana, at sunequip.com. Christian Seegers, the third baseman, batting in the 7-hole. The right-hander awaits, and a strike at the knees. Fastball at 94 from Jump, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 just missed. Maybe on the outer half, maybe a little low, but another fastball, and it makes it 1 ball and 1 strike. As Doug mentioned, did not pitch last year at UCLA due to injury. The 1-1 missed low and inside. Holding back is Seegers.
Gage Jump doesn't need a 10-second play clock.
Now he's moving.
He is ready to go. I mean, he's throwing pitches every 8 to 10 seconds here.
2-1 pitch. Another fastball, and I guess they said it missed low.
A little bit.
It's 3-1.
Boy, you want that one, though, when you're out there. Whew.
1 out, nobody on. The 3-1. Jacked into the air, but foul down the line in left. Got a lot of it, couldn't line it up. Makes it 3-2 now, the count to Seegers. Seegers batting .429 after 4 games last weekend, and the series against Abilene Christian. Does have one home run on the season. This time goes opposite field, lifts it to right field. Coming in on the run is Jake Brown. He'll get to it in time for the second out of the inning.
It's a great job there by Jump to avoid the walk. You get the 3 balls, and you have a free pass. Again, in this rehab start, you're trying to be efficient. He's up to 10 pitches now in this inning. Hopefully he can make quick work of Nelson here.
So we'll see Jake Nelson. 10th plate appearance of the year. Fastball in on the hands. He fouls it back into the screen. Quickly, it's 0-1.
Yep, Nelson, one of those seniors in this lineup.
The 0-1 delivery to the plate. Missed outside. Again, steady diet, as Doug has mentioned. Fastball after fastball from Gage Jump, and they're all right there in the mid-90s. It's 1-1 now, the count. 1-1. Sails outside. 2-1. Jump. The lefty fires the 2-1.
Yep.
Just missed outside, according to our home plate umpire, Brandon Cooper. That'll make it 3 balls and 1 strike.
He was right. He was right. Just off the plate.
1-0. Northern Illinois leading. Gage Jump comes back with a fastball. Too late coming around. That time was Nelson. That will fill the count once again. 3-2 with 2 outs, nobody on.
Now sometimes we say the identical pitch to the one before. I mean, that might have gone through the same hole in space.
3-2. Swing and a miss. Gage Jump records another K and has a smooth.
Home of the reigning champion LSU Fighting Tigers. This is the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Huskies of Northern Illinois leading 1-0 over LSU. Bottom of the second inning, Tigers come to the plate. Jones, Pearson, and Fry do up. First delivery is swing and a miss by Jones. He falls behind 0-1. Meyer delivers. Again, off speed. Out in front again is Jones. And quickly it is 0-2. Gage Jump 4 strikeouts so far in his start. Again, the wild pitch gave up a run to the Huskies in the top of the first. That's where we are. Another off-speed pitch from Meyer and a swing and a miss on 3 pitches. Jared Jones down on strikes, 1 away here in the bottom of the second inning. The great Ben McDonald and I, Doug, on Tuesday this week on LSU Gold, got together, talked a little college baseball. I asked him about all the rule changes over the last couple of years, if there was anything else he thought might impact the game he'd like to see, and he actually said, I think we got to give the pitchers a break. How about it more of a traditional college baseball strike zone?
Here.
Here's a strike offered up to Josh Pearson at the plate. The left-hander stands in with 1 out. It really feels like that now the offense is taking back control. We had a record number of home runs last year for the first time in a long time. The 0-1 breaking ball fouled back into the screen,
Chris,
and now Meyer ahead 0-2 on Pearson.
Let me just tell you, brother. If I had to pitch in this strike zone, I wouldn't have been able to pitch in the midweek. Like, I wouldn't have been able to get out of an inning, right? I mean, I just wasn't good enough to throw the ball over the plate. And Ben's right. Back then, they give you a ball or 2 off the edge, and well, I could cook it out there, but man, nowadays, like we're watching it here, we're seeing it live. Like, these guys are real. I mean, these balls are just missing, and he's right. They're being squeezed. So maybe widen the plate 1.5 inches, an inch, half an inch on each side. I don't know.
1-2 misses upstairs to Pearson. That'll even the count 2-2. Well,
but of course that's spoken like 2 pitchers. I mean, of course we're asking for a bigger strike zone.
Well, he did come back. And his comment made a lot of sense. With 1 out, the 2-2 to Pearson, the breaking ball down and outside. That'll fill the count 3-2. His point was that, you couldn't do that when they first went to BB Core bats. He said it would have been a huge disadvantage because the offense dropped off tremendously from the original LSU Gorilla Ball days. But he says we're back there now. I mean, these guys and the technology and the bats and the training and just the sheer athleticism as Pearson fouls this one down the first base line. He said, now I think we need to swing back the other way just a little bit, maybe stretch it out to maybe a ball off the inside or outside corner, up and down, to give these pitchers a chance.
I do think the bats are perfect now. I think they were a little bit dead when they first made the big changes, and I think all the companies have done a great job of making the bats have just enough pop. This one's a chopper right down the right side, foul. But not only, again, the strike zones, these umpires now being rated on their ability to call balls and strikes. 5 years ago, nobody knew if the guy missed 25 pitches in the game. Everybody just yelled at him, hated him, got in their car, and forgot about it on the way home. Now, we actually can tell, and they know that. So that's why we're seeing them so close.
Payoff pitch to Pearson, a breaking ball, and he stays alive. Just got a piece to keep it 3-2.
But when I played the bat, these guys were plugging their bats in. These things were electric. I mean, they hit homers for you. You know what I mean? You just stand up there and, just throw the bat out there and home run.
I'm sure your teammates appreciate that.
Well, my teammates were actually the best at it.
Nobody on, one out. Payoff pitch. High and inside. Pearson. Good at bat. He works a wall. Breaking ball from Meyer. Too far upstairs. The Tigers have a runner aboard here. Down 1-0 early in the bottom of the second. Now we'll see Ethan Fry, who gets the start today. Another one of those great sophomores. Last year had some big moments for that championship run. Another guy who has a bright future, who certainly can do a lot of damage with the bat in his hands. Now Meyer going to throw over to keep an eye on Pearson. He easily steps back on the bag.
Well, if big, fast, and strong is what you like, then, Ethan Fry is your guy.
Jay Johnson certainly likes it. Pitch to the plate. Strike on the inner half, and it's 0-1. Sets up Fry. Ethan batting for the 4th time this year. He's 1 for 3, a run scored, drove in a run. Also has drawn 1 walk early in 2024. Another throw over from Meyer to check on Pearson.
I don't know why I didn't realize it. I mean, I saw this kid, the entire season. I would have thought he was 6'2"-ish, and didn't realize 6'5", 230 pounds.
Pitch to the plate. Trying the same spot, but too far inside from Meyer. Will even the count 1-1. Afternoon baseball. We've got the 3:34 special, or rather 2:34 special, rolling beyond the batter's eye here in Baton Rouge. 1-1. Fry puts a swing on it, pops it up behind the plate. Taking a look with room and making the play behind the plate. Great job by the Husky catcher, Kasabucky, who came to the LSU logo behind home plate. Then it started to, again, with that wind blowing out, come back towards the plate. Did a good job of staying with it and hanging on.
I don't know how high it went. I don't, but it was about as high as you can possibly hit a foul ball right at the plate. That was a great play there by Kasabucky.
Still a runner at first, and Meyer again, the left-hander, will throw over to keep Pearson close to the bag as we see Michael Braswell, the third, come to the plate. Braswell batting 143. This will be his 15th at bat of the season. The transfer in from South Carolina, veteran shortstop. First pitch inside, gets away from Kasabucky, and that will allow Pearson to easily make his way to second base. So potential tying run in scoring position here with 2 down. Braswell looking to add to his RBI total as a Tiger. He's got 2 so far on the season. Braswell awaits the 1-0 pitch. Again inside. This time gets away from the Husky catcher, and Pearson quickly into third base. So now a couple of free opportunities to advance the runner to third. And LSU, just like in the bottom of the first, has the tying run just 90 feet away. However, 2 outs in the inning. See if Braswell can come through here. Ahead in the count, 2-0. Meyer, the left-hander, fires, and it misses upstairs. Now 3-0. .30 delivery. Take is on. It's a called strike. Top of the zone, and it's 3-1. Meyer checks the runner. Now the 3-1. Braswell launches it high in the air to left center field. Parcell going back to the track, to the wall, and this baby is out of here. Braswell delivers indeed. His first home run as a Tiger. And LSU takes a 2-1 lead on the 2-run blast from Michael Braswell III.
Touch them all, young man. That ball 402 feet I mean, just shy of where Bear hit his ball the other day in the same exact spot. Came off the bat at 97 miles an hour. I've been wanting to see Braswell hit one hard. Finally, we get one there. That one was smoked.
So the Tigers take the lead. Little two-out magic here in the bottom of the second inning. Now we'll see Alex Milazzo stand in. Again, 2 outs. The bases cleaned off, and the first pitch way upstairs from Meyer, and it's 1-0.
Look at our guy up there hitting a little smooth 750 to start off the season.
The 1-0. Again, misses high. 2 balls, no strikes. Milazzo, again, 4 games of action. Saw him in all 4 games this past weekend. Did have the 1 start. Gets the start today. Here's the 2-0. Way upstairs and gets away from Kasabuki all the way to the backstop. And now, just like that, Meyer, who was pitching pretty well to get started, Braswell gets him a little unsteady with that deep home run to left field. Now 3 straight balls. Milazzo awaits with 2 outs. The 3-0 again way up top. Ball 4, and that will send Milazzo to first.
You know, we talked about it at the beginning of the game. You know, last year he had more walks than strikeouts. This year he's right at more walks than strikeouts, and you can't pitch at any level walking more people than you strike out. It's just not going to work.
Time is called. Kasabuki out there to visit with Meyer, the left-hander. Back to the top of the order for LSU. We'll see Paxton Clean. He got aboard on a walk, was left stranded at third there in the first inning when the Tigers were threatening. They lead 2-1 thanks to Michael Braswell III's home run to left center. Brings in he and Pearson. Milazzo at first, a short lead for the Tiger catcher. Kling at the plate. Meyer, the delivery, showing bunt, pulls it back, but a strike at the letters makes it 0-1.
Again, I wonder if that was called or if Kling saw the third baseman drop back.
The 0-1. Strike at the knees. Dropped in nicely with a breaking ball from Meyer, and it's 0-2.
Just not understanding the bunt, showing the bunt on the first pitch with 2 outs. You know, I mean, unless it was a take.
The 0-2, check swing, fouls it into the screen. Count remains 0-2 to Kling. Again, a different lineup today for LSU. Something I think we can probably expect here in the first couple of weeks of the season. As Kling blasts this one deep to left field. A no-doubter off the scoreboard above the left field landing.
My goodness.
2-run bomb for Paxton Kling. His first home run of the year. And just like that, it's 4-1 LSU.
So, definitely off the scoreboard. Right in the middle of it. At least halfway up the scoreboard, 430 feet, 101 miles an hour off the bat, and Paxton Kling just made this place look small in a hurry. How about that in a 0-2 count?
4 runs on 2 hits. 2 two-run bombs for LSU here in the bottom of the second to lead 4-1. So the inning continues. Tommy Meyer will continue on the mound here. He'll face Jake Brown. First delivery missed high for ball 1. Brown was caught looking by Meyer. One of his 3 strikeouts recorded today. Here's the 1-0 to Brown. That's a strike just above the belt, inner half, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, if they didn't have a net in front of that scoreboard, that ball would have busted out one of them lights for sure.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. Brown swings, hammers this one to the gap, right center field. It will get down. Playing it off the hop is Sapicki. Brown with speed, easily in, sliding safely with a 2-out double. And the Tigers bats coming alive here in the bottom of the second inning. 3rd hit of the day, and that one a double to the gap in right center. Another Bingo Pest Products base hit for the Tigers, making an extra base hit. Now time is called. There'll be a meeting on the mound as they'll go out and visit with Tommy Meyer before Tommy White comes to the plate.
Yeah, Tommy Meyer not fooling anyone in this inning. By the way, that was a great play by Sapicki, the right fielder out there, to be able to cut that ball off, because if he wouldn't have and it would have gotten past him, Jake Brown might have had an inside the park home run. I mean, he can really, really move his feet, and ended up being a pretty close play at second base. So again, hats off to the right fielder for Northern Illinois.
Meeting all broken up now. Nobody yet sit down to the bullpen for the Huskies. Just checking on Tommy Meyer again so far. An inning and 2/3, 3 hits. Coming here in the bottom of the second inning, 4 runs, all 4 earned, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. So face Tommy White, who grounded out to Christian Seegers at third back in the first. Pitch to the right-hander, loads up, swings, comes up empty. It's 1-1, 0-1.
Tommy White is going to see a lot of breaking balls this year.
Here's the 0-1. Swing and fouls back into the screen. White behind, 0-2. We talked so many times last year, his 2-strike approach. And of course, is a foundation of the Jay Johnson offense. Tommy White epitomizes that to the max.
Yeah, his 2-strike approach, and the other thing that sets him apart at this level is his ability to not only hit the ball the other way, but hit it hard the other way.
Now a turn and a throw by Myers back to second base, but Brown easily back to the bag.
That's also kind of the story for Dylan Cruz as well. Like, those guys were just so good at hitting. You know, in college, you're trying to throw 80% of the pitches, 90% of the pitches going to be out there on the outside corner. And those guys do a great job of hitting it that way.
Pitch is high, runner goes, Brown on his way to third, and they'll say slid in under the tag. Seegers again a little late getting to the bag. The throw looked to be in time from Kasabuki, but they'll say Brown was able to slide in with the foot, get to the pillow, and he's safe at third.
I think he missed him.
Yep, looked like he did on the replay.
I mean, Brown was literally 2/3 of the way there while the pitcher still had the ball.
The 1-2 to White. Ground ball down the third base line, foul. Keeps it 1 ball, 2 strikes. So again, an RBI opportunity here for White. LSU started the inning. Got a 2-out rally, two-run bombs.
Well, at one point there was 2 outs with a man at first.
The 1-2, trying to get it in play. It's a ground ball again to Seegers. He will field it, pump, throw to first in time. And the Tigers are done here in the bottom of the second. But they strike for 4 runs on 3 hits, highlighted by 2 2-run homers.
Follow the powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Dimitrov will lead it off here for Northern Illinois. Find themselves down 4-1 after an explosion of offense by LSU. Two-run blast in the bottom of the second makes it a 4-1 LSU lead. Dimitrov batting in the 9 spot, hitting for the first time today, facing Gage Jump, who starts his 3rd inning of work. Looking at a 2-1 count. Dimitrov batting 167 on the year, 13th at bat of the season. Jumps 2-1 pitch, high chopper towards third. White gets under it, fields it, throw to first in time to Jones for out number 1. So a 5-3 ground out starts it for Northern Illinois. Back to the top of the order, it'll be Charlie Parcell, the center fielder, who was a strikeout victim to Jump to start the game. Always take a look at today's ingredients for success, brought to you by BRQ Seafood and Barbecue, the official catering service of LSU Athletics. First the pitch to Parcell, off speed, low and inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Pretty simple. Want to see Gage Jump compete? So far he certainly has, and you need a little offense. The Tigers got plenty there in the bottom of the second frame, so that's a pretty good set of ingredients for success for LSU, and it's kind of been that way outside of the 2-0 win over Central Arkansas. That's kind of been the formula for this early rendition of the 2024 Tigers. Here's a foul off the bat of Parcell. Also comes off Milazzo. He's all right, and it's 2-1 the count. Jump working quickly. The 2-1 in the air, lifted, going to drop down in right center field. Coming over to cut it off is Kling. He falls, and now we'll get up throwing, but an easy double for Parcell with 1 out here in the top of the 3rd inning. Nice piece of hitting there. Again, Kling having to come over at full speed. He and Brown avoid a collision. Kling, though, after fielding the ball, kind of somersaults into the grass and easily allows a speedy Parcell to get to second base. That's going to bring Jay Johnson out now, as there has been a Tiger warming in the bullpen. As Doug mentioned in the pitching matchup, didn't expect him to go long here in his first start as a Tiger.
50 pitches, he's at 52. It makes sense. The last thing they want to do is rush him back, because he is going to be a big part of this pitching staff this year.
So they do make a call to the bullpen, a pitching change powered by your hometown John Deere dealer in Sunshine. We'll tell you about the new Tiger pitcher. Get back to action. LSU leading Northern Illinois. We're in the top of the third inning. It's 4-1 Tigers. This is Fighting Tiger Baseball.
Second time out for him. He went 3 innings on the opening weekend. Probably stayed out there a little bit too long. Gave up 3 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned. He had 2 walks and 6 strikeouts.
Kasabucky, a right-hander, earned a walk his first time up, and the first delivery from Ackenhausen, a called strike, and he sets him up 0-1. Sunshine peeks from behind the clouds here on a mostly cloudy day in the capital city of Louisiana. Ackenhausen's 0-1 delivery at the knees, a little too far inside. That'll make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Wind blowing, has been blowing for the most part, blowing out right now, blowing left to right towards the Intimidator, high above the diamond deck here at the ballpark. Parcell extends his lead off second. Ackenhausen's 1-1 pitch to the plate. Outer half, called strike, 1-2. He gets ahead.
Yeah, we talked about the swing miss percentage of Ackenhausen's slider last year. It actually was the most swinged and missed at pitch of all the pitches on the pitching staff. 58% of the time, he gets a swing and miss with that one.
The 1-2. This time, Kasabucky fouls it off, stays alive. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes as Ackenhausen delivered a fastball at 93. Dimitrov grounded out to start the inning. Parcell with double to right center field. He's at second base with 1 out. Here's the 1-2. The pitch from Ackenhausen. Low and inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ackenhausen, one of those guys last year you could just see the momentum build as the season went on. It was huge in that postseason run for the Tigers, leading to a national title. This one in the dirt inside, blocked up by Milazzo. Keeps the ball in front of him, but will fill the count now to Kasabucky. 17 games last year, had 2 starts, went 3-1. 3-1 record, 3.52 ERA. And that great performance against Tennessee in the elimination game on June 20th. His first career start as a Tiger. Payoff delivery. Swung on. Lifted foul out of play. Keeps it full, 3-2. Again, as Jay Johnson said, Ackenhausen, one of those guys, had to fight through injury midway through the season. Able to get out on the mound on March 30th against Ole Miss. And as I said, just got stronger and stronger as the season went on. Another payoff pitch. Jammed him, pops it up. Shallow left center field. Braswell, the shortstop, going out, calling for it, backpedaling, and he will have it for out number 2. Again, not an easy play with the wind blowing out, but Braswell makes it look easy.
The wind blowing out and a very, very cloudy sky. There's a lot of white clouds up there, and that ball sometimes, there's some gray mixed in there. That ball sometimes can get lost in those clouds, so he did a great job of staying underneath it.
Designated hitter Colin Summerhill aboard on a fielder's choice. Tigers unable to turn 2 back in the first inning. He'll stand at the plate with a runner at second. Now 2 down. Ackenhausen off speed, swing and a miss. Right over the top of it with the bat is Summerhill. (4-1) LSU leads. Nate checks the runner. Now the 0-1. Late swing, fouls it into the screen. Ackenhausen ahead in the count, 0-2. Good crowd for a Thursday afternoon here at the box. A few people working remotely, as we say. A few people just taking the day off and enjoying some college baseball, Tiger style. Here's the 0-2. Outside and low. Good job by Milazzo to glove it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Summerhill not chasing. And the Huskies in a rebuilding mode under first-year head coach Ryan Copeland. Trying to do it with some veteran players. Here's the 1-2.
Yep.
Swings at this one, pops it up. Right center field way. Kling coming over, and Kling will have it for out number 3. So the Huskies come up empty. No runs, 1 hit. They leave 1 man on in scoring position. It's still a 4-1 LSU lead. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. Tigers coming to the plate. It'll be the meat of the order. 4, 5, and 6 due up. Travinski, Jones, and Pearson when we continue.
Go in the booth on Facebook and YouTube with the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hayden Travinski leads it off. Again, the meat of the order due up here, presented by 44 Farms. Travinski, Jones, and Pearson. Travinski down on strikes his first time up back in the 1st inning. Stays away from the first 2 offerings from Tommy Meyer, and he gets ahead 2-0. Tigers up 4-1. 4 runs on 3 hits, including 2 2-run bombs here today. The 2-0 off speed, missed low. Hayden stayed away.
2-0 breaking ball there. I just want to see a dinger with the pencil bat.
No doubt. It's already gone a buzz. It's viral with the number 2 pencil
How
bat.
can it not be? I mean, I've seen it before, but like a wooden one, right? Like, I don't think I've ever seen an aluminum one, but I'm kind of hoping he hits with that the rest of the year, to be honest with you.
He walks to lead off the inning. The Tigers get a man aboard as Meyer offers up his 3rd base on balls. And it was nice to see as Travinski was making his way down to first. He kind of gingerly tossed it into the grass.
He's being gentle with it.
You want to make sure people can see that it's a number 2 pencil. Here's Jared Jones. First delivery, missed low for ball 1. Jones, a strikeout victim in the 2nd as well.
Chris, if he keeps hitting with that bat all year and they make a run like they did last year, you'll see hundreds of those bats around Little League parks all over South Louisiana and the rest of the state.
Here's a swing and a miss. Jones out in front on that one, and it's 1-1. Well, I know a couple of young guys is probably going to be asking their father for one here in the next little bit.
Yeah, well, they can ask all they want.
Runner at first, nobody out. The 1-1 hammered to center field, roped right in front of Charlie Parcell. And Jared Jones with his first hit of the day. That's the 4th Bingo Pest Products base hit for the Tigers. Runners first and second here, and nobody out. We'll see Josh Pearson come to the plate.
How about 110 right over your head? Think he heard that ball? The seams, I guarantee he did.
So now Travinski at second. Jones takes a large lead off first. Nobody holding them on. They're expecting a bunt. They've got the infield on the corners, playing in on the grass. Pearson calls for time, steps out, now digs back in. The left-hander ready to go. Lefty on lefty matchup is Meyer. From the stretch, fires to the plate. And this one hit high in the air, down the line in right, foul territory, and it will get out of play as that one absolute yanked off the bat of Josh Pearson. But it's foul, and it's 0-1. Pearson dubbed Mr. Reliable by Jay Johnson. You're always going to get a great effort, really solid play from Pearson as that pitch misses high, evens the count 1-1.
When I think of Josh Pearson, I think of last year he had some incredible at-bats that he turned in, right? And early in his career, and the way he played left field in Omaha, it was a very difficult sun deal out there, and he had some tough balls that he was tested on where he made some huge plays for LSU in some pivotal moments.
Meyer gets the breaking ball across on the inner half at the letters, gets ahead of Pearson 1-2. And again, Josh, big team guy too, and Jay loves that. Again, always ready to go. Whatever the team needs, Josh is lined up at the front. This one popped up into the air. This one behind home plate. They'll give it a look, but it's out of play. Keeps the count 1-2. Fan scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Find your nearest location or order online in the app. Walk-On Sports Bistro for the win. Runners first and second, nobody out. Tigers lead 4-1. Pearson at the plate. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, ground ball opposite field coming over. Dimitrov will throw to second, his only play, and they'll get Jones at second base for the first out. But they had Dimitrov, the shortstop, playing shaded towards the second base bag. He had to turn and quickly get over there to the 6-hole on a slow rolling ground ball from Pearson. But that will relieve runners on first and third here with one out, and will bring Ethan Fry to the plate.
Dude, that was really a good play out there by Dimitrov. He had to move over to his right a fairly good way, and then when he fielded it, he had to throw it from where he fielded. He couldn't stand up, didn't have time to get that lead runner.
Pitch to Fry, called strike on the inside corner, and 0-1. Fry popped out foul territory behind the plate to Kasabucky back in the second inning. A mile high, by the way.
It was way up there.
Now a throw by Meyer to check on the runner and Pearson at first. Easily back. Really a great weekend to be here on campus. Again, as we mentioned, it started last night with men's basketball. Great big win over number 17 Kentucky. A packed PMAC. Great atmosphere. Thrilling game. Come out for some baseball today starting at 2 o'clock. Later tonight, Kim Mulkey and women's basketball. That rematch with Auburn at the Maravich Center. Here's the 0-1. High and outside to Fry. That'll make it 1 ball, 1 strike. Tomorrow we've got baseball at 2 o'clock. LSU taking on Stony Brook. Then on Saturday, LSU and this Northern Illinois team get together at 1. There's a basketball game Saturday night at the PMAC. Matt McMahon and company against Mississippi State at 7:30. And then on Sunday, you've got baseball again here at Alec Box Stadium.
It's like an LSU sports festival this weekend. I mean,
just come here and
you
stay.
want to come see some action? This is the spot.
Runners first and third, the 1-1. Upstairs to Fry. That'll make it 2-1. Travinsky at third, Pearson at first base. Pitch to Fry again, eye level. Misses to make it 3-1.
Okay, I'm calling it. He's going to hit this ball 700 feet. I just have a feeling.
Meyer looks in. The 3-1. Missed high. Ball 4 will load the bases for LSU. So Meyer gives up his 5th base on balls of the day. And with 1 out, it will bring Braswell to the plate, who really got it started. First home run as a Tiger, 2-run variety to left center field. He had Pearson come in to score. LSU took a 2-1 lead.
Got that average to the Mendoza line, too, up to 200 now.
So now Braswell stands in. First pitch from Meyer. There's a strike off speed just below the belt, 0-1. Tigers would plate 4 runs there in the bottom of the second with the long ball. Braswell and Kling, each with 2 2-run dingers. The 0-1 to Braswell, and on the hands, 1 ball, 1 strike. Bases loaded, 1 down. LSU threatening here in the third as Braswell launches this to left field, giving chase. Arato, and Arato rises up, pulls it down, makes the grab for out number 2. Tagging up, coming in to score from third is Travinsky. So a sac fly RBI. And just maybe 5-6 feet away from Braswell going yard again, but an excellent play by Arato on the run, just leaping up, pulling it down, but the Tigers extend the lead 5-1.
Definitely 5-6 feet away from the homer. Hit that ball 365 feet, but like an inch away from being over his head and a stand-up double with a couple more RBIs. What a great play out there by Arato.
So with 2 down, runners first and second. Tigers lead by 4 now, 5-1. Here's Milazzo, and the first pitch in the dirt, blocked up. Good job sliding to his left. Kasabucky keeps it in front of him. Runners stay put. And it's 1-0 Milazzo, who got a walk, came around to score on that home run from Kling back in the second. One-oh pitch. Strike at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike. Meyer fires. Looking for the inside corner. Just missed. 2-1. Josh Pearson at second base. Ethan Fry at first. Huskies trying to keep it a 5-1 LSU lead with 2 outs. The 2-1 to Milazzo. Again, miss low.
Good eye.
3-1.
Come on, Milazzo. Let's get a leg kick right here.
Meyer comes set with 2 outs. The 3-1. Milazzo swings, pops it up into shallow center field. Coming in, Parcell on the run. Gets under it for out number 3. The Tigers add 1 more. They get 1 run on 1 Illinois as Nate Ackenhausen back out to continue his relief effort. Leading it off will be Eric Arado. And the first pitch, a called strike from Ackenhausen, and it's 0-1. Gage Jump got the start today. Jump 2 1/3 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, wasn't earned, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Here's the 0-1.
There it is.
Swing and a miss. Pulled that one way out of the reach of the bat of Arado, and it's 0-2. Duggar, your thoughts on Gage Jump's start as a Tiger here today after this 0-2 delivery from Ackenhausen? On its way, and it's low for ball 1.
I expected the 2 strikeouts. I just didn't expect so many pitches to get there. I mean, he's not going to be very good in the league if he needs 50 pitches to eat up 2 innings, right? So I think I would just like to see more strikes, him get ahead more often. If he gets ahead of people, he's like all the great ones. He's going to be very difficult to handle.
Ackenhausen trying to paint that outside corner. Didn't get the call. A little upset. It's 1-2.
See, Chris, you see where that one is? That's exactly where you're trying to land it. Maybe an eyelash of the ball hit the outside corner.
2-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase that one. And that'll be the first out of the inning. Great delivery by Ackenhausen. Didn't get it on the called strike 3. Just went ahead and took care of it with a breaking ball and ended it there for Arada. So 1 down. Ackenhausen records his first strikeout in relief, and we'll see Mason Kelly, who was caught looking by Jump back in the first inning. Lefty on righty matchup. Ackenhausen fires and a strike on the inside corner. That will make it 0-1. Huskies do have action now in the bullpen. A right-hander warming down there for Northern Illinois. Ryan Linkletter, a senior, getting loose. There's a strike on the outside corner to Kelly. And Ackenhausen not playing around now.
Nope.
It's 0-2.
Started with a fastball. There was a slider for a strike.
With 1 out, the 0-2 pitch. Lifted high in the air to left field. Ethan Fry going back. He's to the track. He's to the wall. And this one is going to carry its way in to the left field landing. And Kelly with the home run, his second of the season, will cut the LSU lead to 3, 5-2.
Yeah, just a mistake. Left the fastball up in the zone. Was probably trying to go in on him and literally just left it middle, belt high. And sometimes that happens.
Deep shot to left field. Third hit of the day for the Huskies. And it's a 5-2 LSU lead as we'll see the right fielder bat for the second time today. C.J. Sapicki batting .167 on the year. The pitch to the right-hander, ground ball foul towards the third base coach. Makes a nice bare hand snag. Yeah.
It's stinging a little bit right now, though. He doesn't want to show it or rub it on his leg or anything, but that thing's stinging a little bit.
Playing it off nicely.
He is.
Here's the 0-1. Swung on, lifted foul high in the air down the line in right. Jake Brown going to give it a look, but it will find its way into the seats out of play, and it's 0-2 now. The count to Sapicki.
You know, I was at my kids' practice the other day, and a ball, literally foul ball, was right underneath it. And the thought that crossed my mind was, I really don't feel like faking it, like it doesn't hurt, so I just let it drop. But he's doing a good job over there.
Here's the 0-2 from Ackenhausen.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss. Nate records strikeout number 2, 2 gone here in the top of the 4th inning. Nicely done by Ackenhausen. Good to see a guy who, as we said, finished the year strong, looked to be very much in control here in this game early in the season.
Oh, yeah, he'll be one of the leaders of this bullpen. I mean, and you said it earlier, Jay Johnson has trust for Nate Ackenhausen.
This one by Seegers popped up in the air, foul towards the first base dugout. It'll catch the overhang. No chance to make a play, and it's 0-1.
And of course, if you know the history, of last season, how it ended up, how big this guy was in Omaha for the Tigers, then You know that trust is well warranted. But again, this slider is one of the best in the league.
Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. And on the hands, no chance for Seegers to get a bat on that one. He falls behind 0-2.
Well, change up there.
This one down in the dirt. Not chasing his Seegers. That'll make it 1 ball, 2 strikes. Infield playing straight up with 2 outs, nobody on. 5-2 LSU leads. Ackenhausen's 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And Ackenhausen comes in and delivers 3 punch-outs. Linkletter, a senior out of McHenry, Illinois, will take over, a right-hander for the Huskies as Kling comes to the plate. Earned a walk in the first, had a 2-run blast in the second inning. His first home run of the year. Linkletter working from the stretch, and the first pitch to Kling. Down in the dirt, missing ball 1. Fan SeatGeek now the official ticket marketplace of LSU athletics. So whether you're buying or selling baseball tickets, SeatGeek, the place to do it. SeatGeek, so Tiger fans can fan. Kling, Brown, and White due up top the order here for Jay Johnson and company. The 1-0 to Kling. Throws it behind him all the way to the screen behind the plate, and it's 2-0.
Linkletter, as Chris mentioned, a senior, 6.75 ERAs. Got an inning and a third on the young season, 3 hits, 1 strikeout. He's 86 to 88 with that fastball. He throws a slider in the mid 80s as well, 76 to 78.
Here's the 2-0 pitch to Kling. Comes with the heater and catches the inside corner. That'll make it 2-1. He appeared in 7 games for Iowa Central Community College back in 2022. And before making his decision to play for the Huskies, here's the 2-1 to Kling, and that's going to catch him. Hit by a pitch, and Kling will head down to first base. That'll be number 16 for this Tiger team here, and we haven't played 5 full games.
Yeah, it's a lot. That's a lot. 56 games, 10 times 16. We're on pace for 160 in the regular season. Huh.
So we'll see Jake Brown come to the plate. Brown caught looking by Meyer in his first at bat in the first, but had a double to right center field last time in the second inning. The runner at first, he'll take the first pitch, a strike. 0-1.
What about Jake Brown, a freshman, coming out to a little Usher?
Yep.
What's he know about Usher? He's probably about 6 when that song came out. Maybe it's an homage to the Super Bowl halftime.
The 0-1. Brown swings, pops it high in the air, right center field. Center fielder Parcell coming over near the track, just shy of the warning track, will make the grab. And there's one gone. Runner will stay put in Kling at first base. So Brown gave it a poke, a little too much underneath it. Even the wind couldn't aid it, and eventually Parcell's able to make the play. That'll bring Tommy White to the plate. 2 ground outs to third base for White so far on the ledger. 0 for 2. He'll face the right-hander Linkletter for the first time today.
He hadn't hit a dinger yet.
Throw
it's kind of hard to believe.
Yeah, look at that. In his first at bat. Plenty of time, though.
Oh, yeah.
Throw over to keep an eye on Kling. He's back easily. Now Linkletter will glance over his shoulder and bring the pitch to the plate. White loads up but stays back. Misses inside. 1-0.
I'd be willing to bet that. How many at bats has he had? Let's see here. 15, 17th. I would be willing to bet that 14 of those at bats started off with a breaking ball. There you go.
It didn't take long. This one into the jet stream to left field. Over the left field landing. Tommy White. He's listening to the booth up here. His first home run of the season. Another 2-run variety for the Tigers, and they extend the lead 7-2. That one got out of here quick time.
It sure did. 108 miles an hour over the Bartlett Group left field landing, 413 feet. And it was more of a line drive than a fly ball. Let's just put it like that. Tommy White with his first dinger of the 2024 season. I think he heard us.
Yeah.
And he was like, really? I don't have one yet? Well, let me change that real quick.
So the Tigers utilizing the long ball today to be sure. Now we'll see Hayden Travinski. It's once again the meat of the order coming up, presented by 44 Farms. Travinski on the day. A strikeout in the first, a board on a walk, came around to score in the third. The pitch from Linkletter, missed low and outside, 1-0.
Poor Linkletter. He's like, man, I give up a home run. Now I got to face this guy with a number 2 pencil bat.
Travinski ready to go. Linkletter fires. Swing popped up behind the plate, out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike to Hayden Travinski. Fans, LSU Athletics like to think it's Team LSU corporate partners, Cox, McDonald's, Our Lady of the Lake, Albertsons, Coca-Cola, People's Health, and Hancock Whitney. 7-2, LSU leading. The 1-1 to Travinski. Ooh, stayed away, and it's a strike on the outer half to make it 1-2. Hayden takes a moment, steps out. Now back in the batter's box. Linkletter's 1-2 pitch. Swing and just a foul tip to stay alive. Rolls to the backstop of the Tigers. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tomorrow it's a 2 o'clock start. It'll be Stony Brook and LSU here at the box. Seawolves and Tigers. Hope to see you here at the park. The 1-2. Ground ball towards the shortstop. Dimitrov scoops the throw to first in time to Kelly for the second out of the inning. Travinski retired, 6-3. Jared Jones comes to the plate. Jones, so far today, he's 1 for 2. Smoked a ball to center field his last at bat in the 3rd inning. Also a strikeout victim early to Tommy Meyer in the 2nd.
Yep, hardest hit ball of the game in that last time up, 110 miles an hour, right back up the chute.
Two outs. The pitch. Low and inside to Jones. 1-0. Heard you and Buzzy talk about it over the weekend. You and I discussed it on Sunday and Monday. Jones adjusting to the off-speed pitches he struggled with last year. That's the one thing he's trying to improve, is this ground ball just left of third base. Very close but foul down the line. It's 1-1.
Yeah, and you know what, Chris? The one thing I've taken from this game about Jones, his first at bat, he was Jared Jones from last year. Swung at a couple sliders in the dirt. But I was talking to Jay Johnson the other day. What he's been great at, I mean, he's hit 3 home runs. He's hit some balls hard. But what he's really been best at is the pitches he hasn't swung at.
Oh. This one inside, caught a piece of Jones. Sounded like the bat, but Jones says it's going to catch him on the hand, and so does the home plate umpire, Brandon Cooper. As you heard that knock from up here, Jones appears to be all right after wincing in pain momentarily. He'll head down to first base. That one just right in there, high and tight, got him right on the top of the hand. Coach Wanaka out there. Ian Jones laughing it up. Just put a little dirt on it, you'll be fine. Jones will stay out there. That will bring Josh Pearson to the plate. Pearson aboard on a walk in the 2nd.
You'd need a sledgehammer to get Jared Jones out of this game. And I guess they're going to review that the pitch actually hit him on the hand.
Yeah, Ryan Copeland came out, was talking to the home plate umpire, Brandon Cooper, immediately following, and he is going to challenge that call. So we'll have our first review of the day, brought to you by Acme Oyster House. So 2 of our officials will go inside.
Northern Illinois is challenging the hit by pitch. Yep. The previous play is under review.
They're kind of calling him a liar a little bit. I mean, when he got hit, he immediately started to shake his hand. Jay Johnson, unless they're the greatest actors of all time, because now Jay's out there like, let me see it. And, of course, Jared's acting like it really hurts and shaking the fingers. But it's going to be embarrassing if the ball didn't hit his hand. But I'm buying it. Like, you know, you want your hitters to act like it did when it's up in there close to you, but you can't fake the shake in the hand. Here it is, slow motion replay. Oh yeah, right on the top of the knuckles of that throwing hand. It makes me want to shake my hand out. That looks like it hurt.
Yeah, initially I saw the replay even before the challenge was enacted, and it looked like it did catch right there, the top of the knuckles, top of the finger on Jones' hand, so I didn't really think there was going to be much of a question, although you did hear the sound
for sure,
as if it came off the bat. So I understand Ryan Copeland at least wanting them to take a look at it. He uses a challenge here. It's his right to do so, and we'll find out what the decision is. Again, the ruling was hit by pitch, so that puts Jones at first. They'll have to overturn it to bring him back to the plate.
It's broken fingers for most people, but
not for the Bear. 7-2 LSU leads. 7 runs on 5 hits. 3 home runs today for the Tigers. Here they come. They'll give us the answer.
Yep. Said it hit his hand. They
After
awarded first
review,
base.
call stands hit by pitch.
Got to tell you, you can all argue whether or not replay is needed in all instances, but I will say this. The umpire mic in college baseball is a so welcome sign, not only for fans, but for broadcasters to understand exactly what the challenge is and what the decision is without having to read a signal. This one swung on by Pearson, lifted in the air on the first offering, but it's out of play and drops down on the top of the third base dugout.
You don't see that much. You got a little bitty space between the overhang and the net that protects the folks behind the third base dugout, and it's fell right between there.
Perfect placement for a foul ball for Josh Pearson to give someone a souvenir. Runner at first, 2 down. 0-1 the count to Pearson. Again, hit into a fielder's choice last time in the third. Pitch outside. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Linkletter in relief of Tommy Meyer, second pitcher of the day for the Huskies. Jones will take his lead off of first. Linkletter glances. Now the 1-1 pitch. Way up top. Miss for ball 2.
Linkletter keeps falling behind in the count.
Two outs, runner at first. The pitch. Hammered in the air to right field. Giving a quick look is Sapicki, and Josh Pearson follows suit. Braswell with his first home run of the year. Kling with his first home run of the year. Tommy White, and now Josh Pearson. Another 2-run bomb for the Tigers, and that will make it 9-2 LSU.
Yeah, 4th 2-run home run in the last 2 innings, 3 innings for LSU. Pearson crushed that baseball. I wish we'd have seen the stat tracker didn't pick it up, so I'm not real sure how hard it came off the bat, but I know that it hit the top of the Community Coffee Diamond deck in a hurry. Another bomb by the Tigers today.
4th home run, 6th hit of the day, and it's 9-2. Ethan Fry to the plate with 2 outs and nobody on. The pitch stayed away, and it missed low for ball 1. Well, you kind of arrived here at the box today, and you felt the wind as you were walking in, and kind of felt like it could be a day for the balls to go flying out of here. So that one, a called strike to make it 1-1.
Yeah, this weekend, I mean, the odds of a home run were just slim because the wind was not only in, but it was in and puffing pretty good.
Total opposite here today.
Yep.
2 outs. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, hit high in the air to center field. Parcell going back. He'll stop shy of the track, settle under it, and he'll manage to make the grab for out number 3. But LSU puts 4 more on the board. 4 runs on 2 hits. LSU extends the lead 9-2. We go to the top of the 5th inning. Northern as we battle here in the middle innings. Leading things off for Northern Illinois in the 8th spot will be Jake Nelson. Nelson, a strikeout victim in the 2nd to Gage Jump, the Tigers starter. He'll face left-hander Nate Ackenhausen here, who's right now putting together a great relief effort. That one missed low and inside for ball 1. This pitch down the middle evens it up quickly. 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, a lot of firsts for LSU here in 2024, as we mentioned a moment ago. Guys getting their first home run, probably first of many for most of those Tigers, as this pitch gets away from Milazzo. Caroms towards the third base dugout, but it's a 2-1 count now to Nelson.
That was the 25th of Tommy White's career. Paxton Kling hit his 5th of his career.
2-1. This one swatted in the air deep to left field. Stopping on the track, settling under it, and having it is Ethan Fry. Pretty good ride off the bat of Nelson, not deep enough, and it's allowed first out here in the top of the 5th inning. Should mention Northern Illinois got on the board with a long ball as well to make it their first run, or second run, I should say. They scratched one across in the top of the first, but baseball is having a hard time staying in the park here with the wind and the conditions. Dimitrol, the shortstop, to the plate, batting in the 9 spot. The first pitch a called strike. It's 0-1 as Ackenhausen delivers with a fastball right below the belt. Nate ready to work. The 0-1. Just missed slightly outside. Another fastball, and it's 1-1.
Dimitrol sounds like a medicine for like tooth pain or something, doesn't it? Dimitrol? Some kind of medicine.
1 ball and 1 strike. Ackenhausen fires. Missed inside. 2-1. That one off speed from Nate. Again, Northern Illinois shortstop thought about it, but a good eye stays away. Gets the favor in his count. The 2-1. Can't stay away from this one. Swing, maybe got a little piece, but held on to by Milazzo. Ackenhausen quickly evens the count.
I think Ackenhausen's in much better shape, too, this year. It looks like he really worked hard in the offseason.
2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch just missed high.
That one showed up in that 50-50 zone, which is allegedly, right off the edges.
With 1 out, payoff pitch, and it misses outside. Dimitrol going to work a walk. He will head down to first base, reach base for the first time today, and we go back to the top of the order for the Huskies. It'll be Charlie Parcell. Parcell had the double in the 3rd. He was a strikeout victim back in the first inning as Milazzo calls for time, needed some equipment adjustment, and he makes his way back to home plate. So we'll see Parcell step in.
You know what else we need for the first time this year, or we could get, is a double play. I don't think we've had one of those yet, Chris.
Runner at first with 1 down. Lefty on lefty matchup. Parcell awaits. Ackenhausen fires, and it misses high. Ball 1, 1-0.
Yes, no double plays yet. We had one earlier in this game. It looked like it at least, but Braswell had to get rid of it pretty quick, and Jones couldn't hold on to it at first.
Dimitrol takes a lead off first. Ackenhausen now will throw over and just back with a head first slide. Is Dimitrol, the shortstop for Northern Illinois.
Might have caught him with a little lean there. Headed to second base.
Ackenhausen again looking towards first. Now will come to the plate. The 1-0 high and inside. 2 balls, no strikes to Parcell. Now Jay Johnson calling for time. He's going to take a walk out there. This will be a little talk with Ackenhausen and the infield. Nobody warming in the bullpen for LSU. So just a little pep talk here from the Tigers skipper. Let's remind you can enjoy the best barbecue at TJ Ribs, official barbecue restaurant of LSU Athletics, proud host of the LSU head coaches shows. March 18th will be the season premiere of the Jay Johnson Show, 6 o'clock. Hope to see you there. Located on Acadian Thruway. Visit tjribs.com. Place your order now. Quick meeting. Jay Johnson headed back to the dugout.
Well, and on his first step out, Chris, he whispered into the walkie-talkie for Aiden Moffitt, it looks like, to start moving around down there. So he's loosening up right now. Hasn't started throwing yet, but it looks like Moffitt will be the next one we see.
Yep, stretching the arm down there. He'll step up on the bump in the bullpen in just a moment. Back to the diamond in front of us with a runner at first and 1 down. It's a 2-0 count. Parcell at the plate. Ackenhausen, the pitch. Foul tip.
Yep.
And it's make it a 2-2 count. Or rather 2-1 rather.
Let's look at Aiden Moffitt. For all of those who are joining us by television today.
The 2-1. Stayed away. They appeal down to third. Douglas Vine said no. He held back. That'll make it 3 balls and 1 strike. Moffitt looked good. Got a chance to see him this past weekend. Get another guy that, you could come to the box during the week. The team was practicing. Moffitt was always busy, always doing something. And now he's getting a chance to go out and pitch for the Tigers as a throw over to first. Almost got away from Jones. He got crossed up there with Dimitrol, making it back to the bag. But holds on to it.
And Moffitt, another one of those guys that was kind of raised some eyebrows this weekend with that inning that he worked. One strikeout, but that fastball was in the mid-90s.
The 3-1 in the dirt from Ackenhausen. And that will be a walk awarded to Parcells. So now runners first and second here with one out. Ackenhausen, Papa John's. Michael Braswell, the third, leads it off for LSU. Good day for the Tigers shortstop. Got his first home run of the season, first home run in an LSU uniform in his first at bat today in the second inning. The 2-run bomb. Give the Tigers a 2-1 lead over the Huskies. First delivery, a called strike from Linkletter, and it's 0-1. Big swing by Braswell. Sends it in the air opposite field to right. Sapicki going back, still going back, and well shy of the track, able to get under it for out number one. Quickly one gone here in the bottom of the fifth inning.
By the way, that home run from Josh Pearson actually traveled 380 feet, left the bat at 101.
So we'll see Alex Milazzo batting in the 9th spot. A walk in the second, came around to score on that Paxton Kling home run. He flied out to center field in the third inning. Linkletter delivers upstairs, missing ball one, 1-0. Find out how you can build a better workday every day with Cintas. Visit Cintas.com. Get ready for the workday. Moffitt, by the way, up and throwing now for the Tigers in the bullpen. The 1-0 to Milazzo. Breaking ball from Linkletter in for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1. Milazzo pops it up. Foul territory. Third base side. He gets out of play. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. What a bevy of riches Coach Johnson has when it comes to that catcher position. Milazzo, of course, atop that list along with Brady Neal. If you had to, Hayden Travinsky did a fantastic job last year. Certainly can go behind the dish. As that one upstairs backs Milazzo off the plate, 2-2. It's been often said, if a coach tells you what he's going to do, you better believe him. Here's the 2-2 and a foul tip, but held on to by Kasabucky behind the plate. Milazzo down on strikes. Jay Johnson, after year number 1 here, said we got to get deeper at the catcher position. My goodness, did he do just that. And again, the benefit of having guys like Travinsky and Milazzo to come back for this year, along with Brady Neal coming off the injury in his sophomore season. Plenty of depth at that position. Here's Kling. He'll swing and foul this, a bouncer into the camera well just beyond the third base dugout of the Huskies, and it's 0-1. Kling today, walk in the first, 2-run bomb in the second, hit by a pitch and scored a run in the fourth. Batting .250 now, his 13th at bat of the season. Here's the 0-1. And there's a strike at the knees. Nicely delivered by Linkletter. It's 0-2. Huskies have a right-hander stretching down in the bullpen, not throwing as of yet. 2 down, bottom of the 5th. Nobody on, Kling at the plate. Linkletter's 0-2 pitch. Ground ball to third, going down to grab it. Seegers comes up with it. Nice throw to first, and just in time beats Paxton Kling, who was roaring down the first base. The Huskies come to the plate. Summerhill will lead it off. First pitch from Ackenhausen. Too far inside, misses for ball 1.
Akatak out for his 3rd inning of work. One more out will be 3 innings for him.
The 1-0, swing and a miss, dialed it back. Summerhill couldn't find it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Summerhill today aboard on a fielder's choice. Scored in the first inning. Then a fly ball out to Kling in center back in the 3rd. The 1-1. And misses a little low. That'll be 2 balls, 1 strike.
No, that one didn't miss. that one was over the meat of the plate.
2-1 inside and low. Held on to by Milazzo. Now 3 balls, 1 strike to Summerhill. They've got 3, 4, and 5 due up. Summerhill, Arata, and Kelly due up for the Huskies. The 3-1. Fastball missed inside, ball 4. That'll be the third walk given up by Ackenhausen here in this relief appearance. And the leadoff man aboard for the Huskies here to start the top of the 6th. We'll see Eric Arado come to the plate. Base hit in the first, strikeout victim to Ackenhausen, one of 3 today that took place back in the 4th inning. Fans, things have heated up at the plate and on the field for LSU today, but remember, whenever you're ready to cool it down, count on Slow Melt Ice, colder, cleaner, and longer lasting. Check them out at slowmeltice.com, SLOMELTICE.com. Pitch misses low in the first offering to the left-hander Arado, and it's 1-0.
Sophomore Micah Bucknam has joined Moffitt down in the bullpen.
Ackenhausen with a runner at first. Kicks and fires to the plate. That's a strike in the outer half. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ackenhausen, this next pitch will be his 50th in relief. We saw Gage Jump throw 52 in his start today. Checks the runner at first in Summerhill. And a throw over. And getting back safely, Summerhill. Kind of a sneaky move there from Ackenhausen. Again, not a huge lead by Summerhill off the bag.
It's really tough to get a big one against a lefty, especially a lefty with a good move like Big Nate.
Pitch to the plate. Hammered but foul down the line, out of play and left. That'll get Ackenhausen ahead. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Summerhill, short lead off first. Ackenhausen looks over. Takes his time. Plenty of time on the pitch clock. Just now 9 seconds. Here's the 1-2 and a called strike 3 right at the belt. Fastball from Ackenhausen. And that will erase Arado. And again, record the first out of the inning. Nice job by Ackenhausen. After giving up the walk, he gets his 4th strikeout in relief. And we'll see Mason Kelly, the first baseman, who's 1 for 2, including that solo shot in the 4th inning, the last run scored by the Huskies. His 2nd home run of the year, by the way. This one smacked right over the head of Ackenhausen into left center field, a base hit. Put runners 1st and 2nd here with 1 out. So Kelly's seeing the ball well now, make him 2 for 3 at the plate. Pitch count now to 52 for Nate Ackenhausen, matching the starter Gage Jump.
Yeah, I feel like this is kind of the same thing that happened in his first outing. He went out there for that 3rd inning of work. The fastball didn't quite have as much pop on it. Slider wasn't quite as sharp.
1 out, runners 1st and 2nd. Here's a ground ball, but foul just left of 3rd base. Tommy White coming over, taking a look, but we'll watch it bounce on by. 0-1 the count.
I think I smell another 2 ball.
I was wondering for a second what you were searching for with the nose.
Coming here.
The runners take their lead. The 0-1 upstairs. Throw from Milazzo down to 2nd. Pearson able to retrieve it, but back safely to the bag without a big lead with Summerhill. But Milazzo again just letting him know you better stay close.
Like, you know the T-shirt cannon that they shoot the T-shirts with? Mm-hmm. That's what it looks like coming out of the back of there when Milazzo's throwing it down to 2nd.
The 1-1.
Nice
called
pitch.
Strike. Beautiful pitch. Outer half, right around the belt. Sapicki not even thinking about moving the bat. It's 1-2. The junior out of St. Louis has runners 1st and 2nd, just 1 out. Ackenhausen delivers. Swing and a miss. And Ack records his 5th punch out of the day. 2 gone. Here in the top of the 6th inning. Big strikeout
Huge.
there. By the way, just a reminder, tonight, LSU women's basketball, the reigning champs. Rematch with Auburn inside the Maravich Center. Tip-off at 8 o'clock. Something tells me there'll be several thousand Tiger fans in attendance tonight when they tip that off. There's a pitch missing outside of the first offering to Seegers, the Huskies' 3rd baseman. It's 1-0. Seegers today 0 for 2, a flyout and a strikeout. Ackenhausen comes back, misses outside, 2-0.
likely the last batter for Ackenhausen, who has now worked 3 1/3.
The 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Down to a knee goes Seegers, chasing that one. It's 2-1. Softball, by the way, getting underway. They take on Boise State. That one at Tiger Park gets underway from the circle at 6 o'clock. All coming up right here on campus on this Thursday. The 2-1 strike at the knees. Catches the inner corner, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runners first and second. LSU up 9-2. Huskies with 2 outs. The 2-2 pitch. Low and outside, just missed. Seegers with a good eye, not chasing. That'll fill the count 3-2. Ackenhausen gets set. The lefty. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Seegers. Nate Ackenhausen with 6 punch-outs in relief. And he keeps a 9-2 lead for baseball. College baseball coming your way. Early part of 2024. First of 4 games this weekend here at Alex Box Stadium. LSU leading 9-2. Jake Brown to lead it off here in the bottom of the 6th for the Tigers. Off the end of the bat, little slow bouncer to short. Dimitrol comes in, throw in the dirt, but a nice dig by Mason Kelly at first on the short hop to record the out on 6-3 to Jake Brown, who also was hustling down the first base line.
I didn't think there was any chance for Dimitrol to throw out Jake Brown here, but he did a great job of not only getting rid of it, but he knew he had to throw it low and get rid of it quick. And an unbelievable pick over there by Mason Kelly.
So 1 gone quickly here in the bottom of the 6th inning. We'll see Tommy White with a great soothsayer Doug Thompson moments ago said hadn't had his first home run of the year. Well, he did back in the 4th. One of 4 2-run homers by the Tigers today. First pitch to White. In on the hands, backs him up, and it's 1-0. Tigers utilizing 2 pitchers so far. Gage Jump. Nate Ackenhausen finishes strong there to close out the top of the 6th inning. That pitch misses to White, make it 2-0. Ackenhausen off to a great start. As Doug said, he's going to be a very important part of this bullpen on this campaign in 2024. Here's the 2-0 to White. Monster swing, popped up straight in the air. Shallow left field. Dimitrol going back, still going back, trying to come up with it, and last second holds on. As it almost looked like he was giving up on the baseball, but I don't think Arado nor Parcell was in position to make a play. So luckily for the Huskies, Dimitrol with an excellent job getting the out in shallow left center.
Yeah, great job, lucky.
Here's third pitcher of the day. Face off against Jake Nelson, a right-hander. Righty on righty matchup. The first pitch, fastball at 94, misses outside. It's 1-0. You mentioned the great start for Nate Ackenhausen. With 12 strikeouts so far in his 2 outings. Here's a foul tap off the bat of Nelson. Ack also 12 of the 20 outs he's recorded by way of strikeout. So a good performance today out of the bullpen. And now we'll see Aiden Moffitt, as you mentioned, had a really solid inning last weekend in his debut in 2024. 1-1 the count to Nelson. Moffitt fires, and at the belt, a called strike. Fastball just right into the mitt, and it's 1-2. He gets ahead. Nelson, by the way, a strikeout victim in the 2nd to Jump. Flied out to left field last time in the 5th. Here's the 1-2 from Moffitt. In the air, but foul down the line and right. It'll find the seats. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Moffitt, he made his debut last year on March 3rd. He threw 19 pitches against Butler. Didn't pitch the rest of the year, only 1 appearance, but he did make 11 relief appearances for the lacrosse loggers in the Northwoods League in the summer. He recorded 2 wins and 2 saves in 13 innings with 9 walks and 22 strikeouts. So 13 innings, 22 strikeouts. That shows you that Aiden Moffitt's got a strikeout pitch and some good stuff.
That one, a breaking pitch, misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Nelson. Dimitrol waits on deck for the Huskies. Moffitt kicks and fires. The 2-2, called strike 3. punches him out to start the inning. The fastball at 96 from Moffitt. His first K in relief. One down here in the top of the 7th inning. And that will bring the shortstop, Andre Dimitrol, to the plate. Dimitrol today grounded out to Tommy White in the 3rd. Aboard on a walk in the 5th inning off of Ackenhausen. Moffitt fires, lets loose, misses outside, 1-0.
This might be, from top to bottom, the hardest throwing pitching staff in the history of LSU baseball.
It's a big statement, but you would know.
I mean, the most guys on the team that throw the ball 95 or better, I'm going to think about it for a little while, but I just don't recall a team with more than 5 or 6 of those guys. And
Moffitt misses outside with that fastball at 93, and it's 2-0 now to Dimitrol.
Moffitt's been at 95. Jump's been at 95.
2-0 pitch. Again, trying to nibble that outside corner. Just missing again with a 95-mile-an-hour heater. It's 3-0.
Cade Anderson hit 95. Ulloa hit 95.
3-0 pitch. That's a strike. Take was on. It's now 3-1.
Cam Johnson hit 95, and Christian Little hit 95. That's 7 guys.
3-1 from Moffitt. Again, just missed outside. Staying away is Dimitrol, and he'll earn the 2nd walk on his ledger today. And with 1 out, a runner aboard.
And I forgot Thatcher Hurd. Of course, Thatcher Hurd's hit 95 as well.
That would be 8.
That's 8 guys. So maybe they can tweet us or X us or whatever it's called. If there's been a pitching staff that I'm missing that had more than 7 or 8 guys 95 plus, let me know.
Left-hander Parcell stands in. The first pitch backs him off the plate, misses ball 1. Another fastball at 94 from Aiden Moffitt.
And don't forget, you still got the big guy Chase Shores. He's going to join the squad at some point in the season, and Jaden Newt as well.
There's a strike on the inner half from Moffitt to even it up. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Newt in his freshman year in the fall got up to 95, 96, and of course Chase Shores has also been up in the upper 90s.
Runner at first, 1 down. The 1-1, swing and a miss. That time he took a little off, and it's 1-2. He gets ahead.
That was filthy.
Yep, that one completely dropped out of the zone. So ahead the count here with 1 out. Dimitrol takes his lead off first. It's a 9-2 LSU lead here in the top of the 7th inning. Moffitt's 1-2 outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, we talked about Jay Johnson going through the SEC in 2022. Talked about you had to have depth at catcher because of the long and difficult SEC schedule. The 2-2 off the end of the bat, foul to the backstop, keeps Parcell alive, 2-2. He also talked about having to have big arms and lots of them, and he has done that through recruiting and through the portal. Certainly in the last 2 seasons coming into this one. 2-2 the count. Runner at first, 1 down. Moffitt looking for the out pitch. Fires. Just missed low. That'll move the count full, 3-2.
Yeah, as long as they've played this game, that's what I've always heard. Defense and good pitching wins championships in this sport.
1 out, runner at first. Moffitt's payoff delivery. Popped up into the air, a little flare. Braswell going back into shallow left field, and he tracks it down for the 2nd out of the inning. Braswell, fleet of foot, getting out there to bring in that one off the bat that was hit 97 miles an hour from the pitch from Moffitt.
And some change. Had a little change on it out there on the scoreboard, 97.3.
Great play by Braswell, showing a little bit of range there at shortstop. Records the 2nd out, keeps the runner at first, and the catcher for the Huskies, Kasabucky, to the plate. The right-hander awaits, and the first pitch, a strike from Moffitt. It's 0-1. Steadily at 94 miles an hour. with a gust of 97 plus a moment ago.
And something nasty, a little changeup that moves into right-handed hitters.
The 0-1, swing and a foul tapper towards the on-deck circle of Northern Illinois. Moffitt in the driver's seat now, 0-2.
Yep, Aiden Moffitt is going to help this squad this year. You've got Christian Little, the aforementioned, warming up right now, along with DJ Primo.
Runner at first, 2 down. Pinch hitter and Kahn at the plate for Northern Illinois were notified as he pops this one up towards the first base dugout. Jared Jones will give it a look, but it's just out of the reach. Takes a bounce again off the top of the dugout and into the seats for a souvenir. Nice one-hop delivery and catch by a fan there behind the first base dugout. Still 0-2 the count. Runner at first. The 0-2 pitch. Oh, just missed outside.
He did. He missed it. It wasn't a strike, but it was a good pitch. Ahead 0-2. Looked like a strike for a long time.
Freshman Cooper Cone, as I said, should have said, at the plate, pinch hitting in the 2-hole. Looking at a 1-2 count with 2 down. Pitch from Moffitt goes right back there and again just missed, according to home plate umpire Brandon Cooper.
97 again. I mean, Chris, 5 years ago, 97, like we'd be talking about it for 3 innings. Now it's just like, oh, there's another 97.
So he'll re-rack it here with 2 outs. The 2-2 fouled back. Cone stays alive. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, reaches 97.3 on the radar gun.
Ooh.
Down at first, Dimitrov. At the plate, pinch hitter Cooper Cone. The pitch. Called strike 3 at the knees. 95 mile an hour from Aiden Moffitt. He records his second punch out in relief. And that'll do it for the Huskies here in the top of the 7th inning. It's a 9-2 LSU lead. Tigers come to the AccuTip Services, proud partner of LSU Athletics. It'll be Jared Jones to lead it off. Jones today 1 for 2. The Tiger first baseman struck out in the 2nd, base hit in the 3rd, hit by a pitch and scored in that 4th inning. Tigers put up 4 in the bottom of the 2nd, 4 in the bottom of the 4th. They put 1 run across there in the bottom of the 3rd. Huskies actually led early. They scratched a run across top of the 1st, had a 1-0 lead. Didn't last long. They added 1 more to make it 9-2 there in the top half of the 4th inning. First delivery from Peterson. Misses outside of the right-handed hitter Jared Jones.
Tigers looking for a 3 spot here.
The pitch swung on, a mile high into the air. Center fielder Parcell going back. The ball carrying to the track, and Parcell able to make the play as he bounces into the McDonald's sign just right in the batter's eye for a long and loud out number 1 from Jared Jones.
He is so strong. 109 miles an hour. And you said it. I mean, he hit that ball 403.2 feet. I mean, it was as far as you can hit it without getting it out of here. And honestly, off the bat, I thought it was just a pop up to center field.
Now we'll see Josh Pearson. Pearson, good day at the office. He's 1 for 2, earned a walk, scored a run in the 2nd, aboard on a fielder's choice in the 3rd, and had his first home run of the year, a 2-run shot in the 4th inning. First pitch missing from Peterson. It's 1-0. Pearson awaits and it misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Fans Dudley DeBosier stands up for the purple and gold. They fight for Tiger fans all across Louisiana. Dudley DeBosier proud to be an official partner of LSU Athletics. 2-0 to Pearson. Inside. Backs him up just a bit. And quickly it moves to 3 balls, no strikes.
Getting the green light here.
Why not? The 3-0. Looks like the take was on. Catches the outside corner. Peterson makes it 3-1. Pearson now digs back in from the left side with a hitter's count. Peterson fires. Pearson swats it to center field. Parcell on the run to the track, to the wall, straight away, center field, home run, goodbye. Josh Pearson, second homer of the day, second home run of the season, a solo shot, and the Tigers make it 10-2.
5'10", 190 pounds. Josh Pearson fishing out there where the big boys fish. 421 feet, 101 miles an hour off the stick, right off the middle of that batter's eye in dead center field. How about his second home run of the year?
So Pearson extends the lead for the Tigers. That'll bring Ethan Fry, who's 0 for 2 today, reach base by way of walk. First pitch from Peterson to the right-hander, a called strike. Off speed at 74 miles an hour, and it's 0-1. Pitch to Fry, went around, couldn't hold back. Breaking ball way outside on the break. Fry upset with himself, falls behind, 0-2. Peterson delivers. Fry pops it up. This one to center field. Parcell coming in, stops, now coming in some more, and will make the grab for out number 2. So with 2 down in the bottom of the 7th, bring Michael Braswell the third, who's 1 for 2 today.
Yeah, Braswell also with a dinger today. His first as a Tiger.
So Braswell awaits. Peterson fires. Misses outside to the right-hander. And it's 1-0. The 1-0 pitch sails outside again from Peterson. Braswell not biting. 2 balls, no strikes. Braswell with that 2-run homer in the second. Sac fly RBI in the third, and fly out to right field in the 5th inning. So productive day gives him 5 RBI on the season as that one again misses outside. A 3-0 count now to Braswell. With 2 outs, the pitch. And it's ball 4. So Braswell earns the walk. That will bring Alex Milazzo to the plate. And it looks like we'll get a pinch hitter here. So Milazzo was on his way to the dish, but the last minute he will turn, go back to the dugout.
I like it. Ashton Larson.
Larson will come in.
Going to get a little AB here. He's 1 for 2 on the year. Does have 2 RBIs. What if he just gets on base and Klinger hits his second dinger of the day and we get out of here? How about that?
So Larson, the left-hander, waits on the pitch from Peterson, and it's a strike at the knees to set him up 0-1.
Of course, Larson could also just park one out there in the diamond deck himself.
Runner at first, 2 down. The pitch, this time on the outer half, a strike from Peterson, and Larson behind quickly, 0-2. Hails from Overland Park, Kansas. As he swats this, opposite field, will drop down and left. Arado coming over, able to pick it up, but quickly around second and into third. Braswell will put runners on the corners as Larson, his second hit in his young LSU career, keeps it going here with 2 outs. And will bring the aforementioned Paxton Kling to the plate. Paxton today 1 for 2. Reached base 3 times. A walk in the first, 2-run homer in the second, and hit by a pitch and scored in the 4th inning. Last time had the ground out to Christian Seegers at third. Tigers up 10-2, bottom of the 7th inning. 10-run rule applies. Pressure on Sam Peterson as he delivers.
Oh.
And it just missed Kling. He spins out of the way as that one rubs him off the plate. It's 1-0.
Kind of curious to see if they'll send Larson here with Jake Brown on deck, because obviously they'd be able to be aggressive to Kling out of the strike zone.
Peterson's 1-0 pitch, way outside, sliding over. Kasabucky able to get a glove on it. 2 balls, no strikes. Again, runners first and third. 10-2 LSU leads, bottom of the 7th. Peterson, the right-hander's 2-0 delivery. Strike across the plate, 2-1. Clinton came into the game batting 182. He's upped his average to 231. Is that one a strike on the outside corner? Paxton thought a little low, but nonetheless, it evens the count 2-2. Braswell at third, Larson at first. The runner goes, pitches outside. There'll be no throw, and the runner's now second and third with 2 outs. And a full count coming up to Paxton Kling.
Yeah, he's already hit 1 out of the ballpark with 2 strikes, but I wouldn't expect anything good to hit here with that base open now.
So with 2 outs, the payoff pitch, way outside, ball 4 to load the bases for the Tigers. We will see Jake Brown, who's 1 for 4 today, come to the plate.
Chance to do something special here in your freshman year, 5th game.
Nowhere to put Brown, bases loaded with 2 outs. The pitch from Peterson. Little slow bouncer to second base coming in, Nelson.
No, it's off his foot.
It came off his foot, so ruled a foul ball. They'll halt the action. That's a break for LSU theirs. Again, they came out immediately, said foul ball. Otherwise, that is a routine, more than routine, easy ground ball out to second. Came right off the inside of the foot.
Took that like a man, too. No limping or anything. I'd be on the ground rolling around, crying.
Here's the 0-1. This one swatted foul into the screen left side. Now Brown down in the count, 0-2. Jake caught looking in the first, had a double in the second. Fly out to center in the 4th, and a ground out to Dimitrov, the shortstop, last time in the 6th inning. Bases loaded, 2 outs. 10-2 LSU leading. Here's the 0-2 pitch, low and in the dirt. 1-2 the count.
That was a good take right there. Looked like a strike for a long way, but really he just needs to take that same approach that Larson just had. Just try to hit it, flip it right over the shortstop head, look for something away.
So with the bases loaded and 2 outs, the 1-2 pitch stayed away, and another good eye missed outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, they want to get Brown, right? Big number 47 waiting to hit next.
Peterson looks in. Here's the 2-2. Missed high again. Good eye by the freshman Brown to stay away, and that'll fill the count 3-2. So the pressure once again on Sam Peterson, the Husky reliever here, trying to get his team to the top of the 8th inning. The pitch in the air, center field. Coming down quickly, Parcell on the run. The center fielder goes to a knee, dives, and holds on for out number 3. The Tigers get 1 run across. They threaten for
as a freshman. He actually appeared in 8 games, worked 7 innings over the course of the year, and had 14 strikeouts. Bucknam was also a 16th round pick in the 2021 draft by the Blue Jays.
Summerhill stands in. The first pitch from Bucknam, a called strike. Well, what do you know? 94 mile an hour.
How about that?
0-1 the count. Summerhill today 0 for 2. Aboard on a fielder's choice and scored in the first on that wild pitch. Fly out and a walk. Last time in the 6th. Just missing the outside corner is Bucknam there with another heater at 93, and it's 1-1. One delivery. Just a little farther off the plate to make it 2 balls, 1 strike. Stephen Milam comes in defensively. He'll take over at shortstop. Kucharak at second base defensively for the Tigers. This one slapped back foul into the screen. That'll leave it up 2-2 now to Summerhill.
It's a good eye there, voice.
Occasionally you're able to pick up things. Not all the time.
10,000 hours.
2-2. The pitch to Summerhill. Swung on, lifted out of play right side. Fans, again, don't let AC or heater outages keep you on the bench this year. Text home run to 31996. Get your $59 AC system check. AccuTemp Services, proud partner of LSU Athletics. So the good news, the Tigers would love to have gotten another 10-run rule in the 7th inning. Still on the table here in the 8th, but we get a chance to see Stephen Milam, who, again, phenomenal in his debut this weekend. There's a called strike 3 from Micah Bucknam right there on the inner half. Summerhill doesn't offer, and Bucknam records a strikeout, his first in relief, and there's one gone here in the top of the 8th inning.
Add another one to the 95-mile-an-hour list. Bucknam just became part of the club. I think that's 9 guys.
That's
now?
9.
9 guys that throw at 95 or better on a college baseball team.
By the way, that's the 13th strikeout of the day for this Tiger pitching staff. With one out, Eric Arado to the plate, and the first pitch from Bucknam, a called strike. A little off speed, and he gets ahead 0-1.
Slider.
Stravinsky in to catch as well defensively. Swing and a miss. That one dropped off the table, and it's 0-2.
Speaking of dropping off the table, my favorite pin.
Yeah.
Flew out the dang window.
Didn't do it by itself, though.
Well, it was an accident.
The 0-2 from Bucknam. Opposite field, line drive, base hit to left field. So Arado gets a one-out single. Second hit of the day. Make that 5 for the Huskies on the afternoon. And Mason Kelly, who swung the bat well today, he's 2 for 3. Did strike out looking in the first, but a solo shot in the 4th inning to left field. And a base hit left stranded in the 6th inning. One out, Bucknam. Ready to fire, and does. Swing and a miss. Nice breaking ball, and 0-1 the count.
Yeah, everybody in the lineup, actually, Chris, with at least one strikeout, except for the 9-hole hitter.
The 0-1 just missed a tad high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bucknam for the Tigers, the 18th different pitcher with an appearance so far this season. Just to give you some reference, LSU used 17 last year. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Fooled him on that one. Kelly behind in the count 1-2.
And 10 of them still have 0 ERAs.
Runner at first, 1 out. Bucknam looks in. Here's the 1-2. Staying alive, fouls it off into the screen, does Kelly. So again, defensive changes. Stravinsky behind the plate takes over from Milazzo, who at times looked like maybe he was cramping up a little bit a couple of innings ago. Not sure if that's the reason. Stravinsky getting some time behind the plate. Milam takes over at short for Braswell. And Kucharak at second base for Pearson, who made the start. Here's the 1-2. Outside missing. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
You know, I remember Micah Bucknam last year, but I don't remember this Micah Bucknam.
Yeah, he is certainly. Fastball looks good. Got some serious bite. Then he's got movement on the slider.
Yep.
Here's the 2-2. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Kelly for the 2nd time today. And Bucknam records his 2nd punch out. 2 gone here in the top of the 8th.
Speaking of that slider, there it is again. This little snapdragon. Kind of a slurve. Has that downward action as opposed to the east to west or west to east or east to west action. But it's sharp and it's tight. 82 miles an hour there.
Batting for the first time today, Bartell, who took over in right field for the Huskies, will get his first at bat. This one just missed outside, maybe a tad high, and it's 1-0. Spencer Bartell, a junior out of Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. The 1-0 blows it by him. 93 on the gun. It's 1-1. Bartell into bat for Sapicki, who he took over in right field. There's a strike from Bucknam. Now gets ahead, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Does he have another out pitch here with a runner at first and 2 down? The 1-2 swing and a miss. Struck him out. Indeed he does. Woo. Bucknam with 3 punch outs here in the top.
New pitcher Tucker Christensen on the mound for Northern Illinois. Second time out this season for him.
First pitch to White. Misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes.
He's tossed an inning, allowed 1 run. He had 4 walks and 2 strikeouts.
The 1-0 to White. Upstairs. Ball 2. 2-0.
Fastball be 86 to 90 as a slider, mid-70s. And last year he had 5 innings of work, allowed 7 hits, 5 walks, and 3 strikeouts.
Christensen fires, and it's low. Missed away. 3-0 to start off Tommy White.
How about Micah Bucknam? Jeez Louise.
Impressive outing on the mound.
That was good stuff.
Christensen winds the 3-0 high and inside. Tommy White will reach first base by way of walk to lead it off here in the bottom of the 8th. That'll bring Hayden Travinsky, who, by the way, his last at bat in the 6th inning, he flied out to right field. He switched bats, did not have the number 2 pencil. So,
wouldn't it be fun to see the number 2 pencil walk off a home run right here?
It would be.
Ben DePoltz grabbed a stick. He's on deck.
So he will bat for Jared Jones in the 5 spot. But Travinsky again starts the meat of the order, presented by 44 Farms. And got a pinch runner checking in for Tommy White. Zeb Ruddle down at first base. So he'll take his lead there. Pitch to Travinsky and missed high for ball 1 from Christensen.
Good win right now.
Travinsky steadies the bat. The 1-0. Big swing. Lifted foul out of play right side. 1-1. Fans help shape the future of medicine. You can join a clinical trial at Velocity Clinical Research. Participants can receive compensation, access potential medicines in development, get study-related exams at no cost. Find a study near you. VelocityTrials.com. Runner at first. Here's the 1-1. Missed upstairs from Christensen again. It's now 2-1. Ruddle takes his lead off first. The 2-1 to Travinsky. Floats in for a strike. That'll leave it up 2-2. Right-hander Tucker Christensen looks to first, glances again. 2-2 to the plate. And on the hands, and a little foul ball that drops into the third base dugout of the Huskies. Hayden keeps it 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Pretty sure that ball would have hit him had he not swung at it.
'18th at bat of the year for Hayden. 2-2 pitch. Missed high. Full count now. Hayden 8 of 17 at the plate. 5 runs batted in. Been walked 4 times. Does have 1 home run here on the early going. Payoff delivery. Swing and a miss. A little up and in, and Travinsky couldn't find it. Christensen records the strikeout, his first in relief. And there's 1 gone here in the bottom of the 8th.
Yeah, that was definitely ball 4, but Travinsky, I think he had one thing on his mind, buddy. And I'm not mad at him.
He got his money's worth on the swing.
He sure did.
So as we mentioned, Ben DePolt will come in to hit for Jared Jones. Left-hander awaits with a runner at first, and the pitch. Strike on the inside corner sets him up 0-1. DePolt so far in the early season, 1 for 2 at the plate, batting an even .500. Looking to improve his batting. The 0-1 off the top of the mitt. Kasabucky can't hold on, rolls to the backstop. Ruddle easily into second base. I mentioned Ben DePolt trying to improve the hitting because we certainly know what you get in the field. Can play shortstop, can play second base, can play pretty much everything. Just trying to earn those innings by producing at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now a runner in scoring position with 1 out. DePolt launches this to center field. Parcells spinning and shy of the track, able to get there. Tagging up from second base. Ruddle easily in without a throw to third base. Second out of the inning. But DePolt will get a hand, advancing the runner to third base. And will set up an opportunity for Stephen Milam here. Milam inserted defensively at the top of the 8th inning at shortstop for Braswell. What a start he has had to the season, batting .545. Third leading hitter on the team so far.
4 guys have hit their first home run of the season. Why not 5?
The pitch from Christensen. Inside, under the arms, missed ball 1. Milam, as I mentioned, 6 for 11. 5 runs scored, 4 runs batted in. He's got 1 double.
Oh, watch out.
This is going to catch him in the upper arm. He's able to dodge out of the way. That one was making its way towards the neck area, but he was able to get out of the way of that. But a hit by pitch will send him to first. Runners now first and third. And LSU now to 17 hit by pitches here through almost 5 games. That one actually caught him on the forearm as he was leaning back.
Come on, Ethan Fry.
Good for a guy like Milam. And he's got a lot of muscle on that forearm. Otherwise, that would catch you and I right on the bone.
Oh, man. Too old for that.
Ethan Fry at the plate. And the pitch from Christensen misses high for the first offering. It's 1-0. Fry today getting the start in left field. 0 for 3. Reach base in the third by way of walk. Ruddle at third. Milam at first. 2 outs. And the 1-0 pitch. Fry lets it go, missed low and away. 2 balls, no strikes.
You know, not only do these guys take the hit, by pitch better than you and I could, like when the moment happens, but they also don't walk around 3 or 4 days later mully grubbing about that bruise like you and I would be.
2-0 is a strike to Fry. Makes it 2-1. We're starting our 9th year of baseball, and I think it's the first time you've used mully grubbing. Have to go back to the archives, but I'm pretty sure. Here's the 2-1, way outside. Good job sliding over. Kasabucky able to keep it in front of him and keep Ruddle at third base. 3-1 now, the count to Fry.
I don't know if it's the first time I've ever used the word mully grub, but I'm pretty sure I learned it from you. Because I don't know that I ever heard it until I heard you talk about somebody mully grubbing one day.
That was off the air, I can assure you. The 3-1. Fry swings, launches it into right field. Coming in, though, is Bartell. He'll settle under it. He'll have it for out number 3. So the bottom of the plate twice. And LSU will also take on Stony Brook on 2 occasions this weekend. Before we wrap it up, Christian Siggers will lead it off here for the Huskies. And the first delivery misses outside, and it's 1-0 as Bucknam continues on the mound here for LSU.
You hear that?
Yeah, faint sound. Trumpet. Here's the 1-0.
Yeah,
but low and away. 2-0.
It's a trumpet playing the Rocky Balboa, getting stronger. I hope that becomes a thing here in the top of the 9th. That's pretty cool.
The singing, I think we all could do without. Here's the 2-0. High and inside from Bucknam, again, who got off to a great start.
Are you talking about my singing?
Yeah. 3-0 the count. Pitch to Seegers. There's a strike with a take on. It's now 3-1. A couple of changes. Zeb Ruddle takes over in right field. They bring Jake Brown to first in place of Jared Jones. Ben DePolt will take over at third base. Here's the swing and a foul tip. Chase one upstairs, and that'll fill the count now, 3-2. So again, it's DePolt at third, Milam at short, Kucharak at second, Brown at first. Fry, Kling, and Ruddle left to right in the outfield. Travinski remains in behind the plate. This one popped up off the bat of Seegers, shallow center field. And coming in, Paxton Kling will have it. One down, 2 to go for the Fighting Tigers of LSU, who lead 10-2.
Well, you know, if we like what we're seeing in Micah Bucknam, Jay Johnson's got to be thrilled back there. A lefty and a righty. At this point, probably just getting some work in.
Pinch hitter for the Huskies, Nick Barron, a junior. Out of Palatine, Illinois, will stand in. A right-handed hitter with one out, nobody on. Bucknam delivers to the plate, launched in the air to right field. Ruddle going back, well shy of the track, stops, puts a glove up, has it. 2 down, 1 to go for the Fighting Tigers of LSU.
That's Nick Bronzini down there along with Will Helmers. Looks like, again, they're just getting a little bullpen with 1 out to go.
Bucknam delivered that one at 95 miles an hour once again, as Doug mentioned. Another member to the 95-mile-an-hour club on this LSU staff. So with 2 down, another pinch hitter to the plate and a swing and a miss for Narrow. Can't catch up to that one at 93, and it's 0-1. For Narrow, a sophomore out of Lamont, Illinois, batting for Timotrol, the shortstop. The 0-1. Fastball missed high. 1 ball, 1 strike.
15 strikeouts, 5 walks for LSU pitchers in this game. They've only allowed 1 earned run.
With 2 outs, the 1-1 pitch way outside. Travinski can't reach it. To the backstop it goes, and it's 2 balls, 1 strike. Again tomorrow, hope you'll join us here at the box. 2 o'clock, LSU and Stony Brook. Seawolves and Tigers. With 2 outs and a 2-1 count, nobody on. Top of the 9th, Bucknam fires and a swing and a miss, and on the hands for Narrow, nowhere close. That'll leave in the count 2-2.
Get the K-Lady up.
Bucknam looks in. Crowd swells with 2 outs. The 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Tigers win. Tigers win. Micah Bucknam was strikeout number 4 in relief. And the Tigers win 10-2 over Northern.